Hello everyone, welcome to Eternal Brews. My name is Pojo and I am jazzed to show off this very exciting combo deck. This is a turn 4 kill deck. It is called Binary Star, and it is all about playing around with ridiculous combo damage using Overloader and Amplify cards, as well as the two new relics, Fire Sale and Partnership Agreement. It's pretty much all feast or famine. We are definitely looking for basically something that is trying to kill our opponents before they kill us with the same relics that we are setting up. However, we're very capable of doing that with a massive amount of burn and significant use of our power. So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what all is going on with this deck. There's a bunch of different combos here. Basically, we have managed to back up almost everything in the deck with some sort of value play that will give us like a little bit of extra contingencies. So we have many different ways to reach the like nigh infinite or like rather large amount of power necessary to play a Pyrotech explosion for 5, 10, even 20 amplifies. In fact, we will be playing a 20 amplify Pyrotech explosion on turn 4 at the end of this video, which does 4 times 2 to the 20th power damage, which is about 4 million damage. Actually, it's a little bit more than 4 million damage on turn 4. So yeah, this is a fun deck, and there's a lot of interesting stuff that we can do with it. Let's go ahead and go into the tricks. First things first, our big combo piece is going to be generally Overloader, which says when you amplify a card, you get +2 power this turn for each amplify. A lot of the deck is constructed around Overloader. What we are generally doing is using 1-cost amplifies to double our power, or at least effectively get our power up to the point where we can start amplifying even further. We also use Maveloft Quartermaster, which gives us extra card draw for each amplify, so that we have a way to draw a bunch of cards, keep the combo going with Overloader, and potentially get something going like very, very quickly. If either of these cards are left untouched on the board, they will generally win the game for you in very short order. You do generally need at least one card to trigger the big sort of amplify ramp, and then after that you need another one to play the Pyrotech explosion, which once you manage that, you tend to get into a pretty good space. Pyrotech Explosion is the general finisher. It deals 4, it can't be stopped by Aegis, and for every amplify you double the damage Pyrotech Explosion deals, which of course stacks for each amplify, meaning you do 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, then 64, then 128, then 256, and so on and so forth. So if you can count in like them extra bits double if you're familiar with computers, you know, like this is something where like you basically just get lots and lots of multiples of 2, and it gets pretty insane pretty quickly. Yeah, this is something that is just like a wild time, and it is extremely capable of killing your opponent in pretty short order. We have a second backup option, which is to angle Arson. This deals 3 damage to the enemy player for each of the 2 amplifies. It also gives you a straight-up discard option to keep your opponent a little bit more under control, limit their options with cards like Fire Sale and Partnership Agreement, and keep the board under control when you can't amplify for the win. The other ways that we are getting maximum power are not just Overloader. We have other methods of doing so. We have Fire Sale and Partnership Agreement, both of which are relics that give each player additional maximum power in different ways. Fire Sale gives each player additional power this turn equal to their maximum power, effectively doubling your power. This is the turn 4 combo piece, and you can do some pretty wild stuff with it very, very quickly if you have both this and Overloader in the hand. Partnership Agreement is a little bit more reliable. At the start of each player's turn, they create and play a Justice Sigil. So you get to just play a Justice Sigil for free every turn, even if you don't have any in your deck. And this, of course, gives you just a wild amount of extra maximum power, which is, yeah, very, very good, very, very fun. Good way to build things up and get yourself up to very, very big stuff like From the Heavens. Even like Diabolic Machinations are a brilliant idea if you're trying to play like a little bit slower, or you're not quite able to get the combo off in some means or another. So yeah, this is a pretty strong option. This one's like even stronger. The two of them work together. You can basically play these cards in tandem with each other. You can play multiples of the same, or you can play whatever you want, but The end result is that each player's maximum power is going to be skyrocketing. Each player is going to be playing basically all of their cards out very, very early, so you'll get a very good view of what kind of decks other people are playing, and you'll also often get murdered before you get the combo off, but that's just sort of the luck of the draw as far as things go. Since we're reliably producing this combo in the early turns, we can often win before the fire sale matters for our opponent, since most of their stuff is going to revolve around units, and most of our stuff is going to revolve around ramping into insane amounts of damage. Since we are running Overloader and Maple Leaf Quartermaster, we are also running Bubble Shield. It's a 1 cost, and we can actually pay for it because our influence is pretty wild. If we can get the Aegis on an Overloader, then that keeps the Overloader alive during our combo, which is important to have and pretty easy to access. Note that Overloader, whenever it triggers the Amplify ability, triggers it while the spell is being cast, meaning that you will have Bubble Shield up even if you amplify for all of your power, which is super important. Alright, the 1-cost amplifies, Celebration and Martial Efficiency also both serve as board control. If you can amplify these for like 2 or 3 with an Overloader down or with a Fire Sale, something along those lines, you can get a decent amount of amplifies going and also give yourself a big unit or mess with your opponent's units while creating a combat trick. That may be enough to stabilize and get yourself into a position where you're a little bit better off to play other cards. Bartholo's Keepsake, if you can actually get the influence, will play the Fire Sale or Partnership Agreement, and it'll also find key combo pieces for you, which is always important. Diabolic Arson allows you to, of course, discard cards and is the kill con. Pyrotech Explosion is a kill con. Brilliant Idea is for those sort of games where you just don't get all the cards that you need and you just have a bunch of power. You basically just get 2 blue and you play this card. This is one of the most replaceable options, but it's pretty easy to ditch. Diabolic Machinations is the other option, which we have already established as being extremely powerful in these types of formats for generating an insane amount of power in a very short period of time. Play an Overloader, play a Diabolic Machinations, basically hit yourself for as much damage as you feel is safe, and then you get to immediately double up on power for each of that damage that you have taken. So 2 power for every damage that you take, combined with 2 different cards from among the top 10, 13, 20 cards of your deck, which is usually enough to kill your opponent. Diabolic Machinations will almost always fetch the combo piece that you need, whether it be Pyrotech Explosion, Diabolic Arson, or something like a Martial Efficiency just to improve the extra power that you are generating. Crazy stuff. From the Heavens is another just save option. If you are playing Fire Sale and Partnership Agreement and you don't have all your combo pieces, this is a great one to draw to just kill everything, start over again, and maybe play some Valkyries in the process if it's late enough in the game, although it usually won't get to a late enough in the game stage. We play a lot of power in this deck. We are generally running Cylixes to make sure that we have card draw available. We're running Paintings to keep us a little bit more stable in health, and also to make sure that we're hitting those blue and purple milestones for Brilliant Idea and Diabolic Machinations. And we're running Symbols to make sure that we get all of the influence we need to play more of the more difficult cards. Pyrotech Explosion, we definitely want that double red. For Bubble Shield, you definitely want that double green. And for Cylixes, we want the Fire, Justice, and Shadow to be all together. So Rakano and Argenport Cylix are the more important cards in this particular setup. All right, that's it. That's the whole combo. We're going to go into some games now. I am very excited to show this off. And yeah, there will be a 4 million damage combo that breaks the game in the future. Turn 4. Look out for it. See you in just a moment. Cheers. Let's give this a quick test drive. I know it's not in any shape right now, but I need to figure out what's wrong with it. There's no removal, but we have some cards that could potentially impact the board if we're careful. We do need Plunder. That much is clear. Or some sort of influence seeking. Redraw here. It's better. It's a lot better. Yeah, we get how good is this exactly? So Fire Sale gets us. This is gonna get out of control real fast. So you double up to 4, but because I went first, I actually get more power than you on the appropriate turn. which is wild. Sure. Can't be negated or stopped by Aegis. We are not far off from just outright killing you with a Pyrotech explosion. You have to kill me fast. You are going to get the opportunity because you have basically all of the power in the world to like play out all your cards, but if I Pyrotech explosion for too much before you get a chance to stop me... 4, 16, 32? 4, 8, 16, 32. So we need to amplify 1, 2, 3 times. Like, we might just legit win this. Which makes no sense. I think I play Overloader? No, I'm not going to die this turn. We play Overloader next turn as a blocker. We can kill that 4/4. That is legal. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a hyper mana deck, amongst other things. Like, that was the initial goal, was to do fire. Like, the Amplify is sort of there incidentally. I don't know how I'm feeling about Machinations yet. So far, pretty good.
Choose a path.
Can't be stopped by Aegis. It can be negated. I didn't realize that. It can also be corrupted, which is, yeah, this deck's not going to be like a meta-ranked deck if it can be corrupted. Okay, so... 13... 4, 8, 16 right now. I need one more. It might be next turn. You might be right. We definitely play Overloader here. It's probably going to get sicked, but that's okay. We block? I think we block. I'm one short. Are we going to die? Because if we aren't dead now, this is gonna hurt. So I 100%, this is my very first time doing this, I 100% want this to be a corrupt. Corrupt me right in the face, bud. Do it. Oh! Big boom. Well, that worked exactly as intended, so that did not help me at all in trying to determine what was bad about this deck. Amplify Tutor is greater than Diabolic. That's pulling into Primal, though. Yeah, I could cut the Shadow out completely, but I'd lose access to a couple of things I do need. This is nice. Fire Sale's really important. We don't have everything else we need, but we can probably make this work. Lord Steyer's Tower, part of the advantage to this was going to be that we could play the Valkyrie Warps. And I actually can't play the Valkyrie Warps, so this actually just needs to go, right? And that'll open up some space, which is nice. We can play more paintings, we can play some cards that actually kill stuff early on. Yeah, I think we just fire sale as soon as we can. Which is not soon, but, you know, as soon as we can. The Anglo Arson can kill them. And I can kill them pretty quickly, too. That might be just lethal for us. Do we have it? Do we just have it now? Do we just win? Holy, do we just win? This deck is insane. I think we win. I think I just won. I have to dodge a fast spell removal. How much power do I need? Not very much. Let's say 15, 16? 16. I'll take, I don't know, what'll I take? Martial Efficiency, because we need that to save our unit. And I'll take Pyrotech Explosion, because why not? Can you Aegis? No. Bye. We kill in binary now. Trove. Shadow Symbol? Okay. That gets us Machinations, so not a way to win. Perfect. This deck is all feast or all famine. There's no way that we're gonna play around stuff like that. Is there an Argenport? There's an Argenport Cylix, so I think Bird's Keepsake is probably not going to get us the thing we most want, but I wants it precious. Alright. Play the fire symbol. Play both overloaders.
What do you think you're doing?
That's gotta be greeting. Oh yeah, I've definitely made errors in life. How much can I generate right now? The math on this is weird, right? Let me generate 4. It's not enough yet. Next turn, 6. Are we ready? I think that's correct, or close enough. Do we lead to Anglo Arson? Yeah, we lead to Anglo Arson because while that one can be negated, the discard... it refunds itself, or at least doubles. So they die. They discard 2 cards and then they die. If they find an Aegis, then great. We just Pyrotech Explosion and win that way. This deck is amazing. Like, this deck is just like interact with me or die, which, you know, people will, but what a great deck. Like, this will start to lose when people like understand what it is, I think, but until then, combos. Normally it takes us today. Normally we break the deck. We figure out a breakable deck day 1, but I guess we were feeling tired yesterday. Okay, this is the last game of the night, right? It's 12:40. Yeah, we gotta actually try to go end the stream before 1 so that I can go to bed and sleep for 8 hours. Would be great. I mean, even if I end the stream before 1, I'm only getting like 7.5. So we gotta stop after this. We have to stop. There's 200 people here, but we have to stop. All right. Shadow symbol? Yep. Because we need the Cylix for Fire Sale. Our opponent going first is really bad for us. Fire Sale is bizarrely extremely good if you are going... oh god, did we just win? It's real close. I think we just won. Checking. I have to live one more turn, because I don't have an undepleted power. I need either a, like, Feln whatever, or a... They might kill me. It's gonna be real close. They're gonna kill me! Wait, no, hang on a sec, can we do this? I think we can, actually. Yeah, we're fine. What do we need? We need Pyrotech Explosion and Bubble Shield if we can find it, but otherwise to Anglo Arson should be fine. I mean, it doesn't matter, they're out of power. This is just lethal. Let's go for the big one. Oh wait, shoot. Martial Efficiency plays every single... This is gonna take a while. How much damage is this? What? We can only go to 20? I broke the game. I just completely busted it, but 20 times... What the... We hit the negative 999. We crushed it. We did it. We got the gauntlet achievement. We'll be streaming this deck again tomorrow, 7 p.m. PST. We're also going to be doing some drafting, building out our collection. You can always catch us, or you can almost always catch us, at 7 p.m. PST, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we stream sort of randomly on the weekends. We are off tonight, Wednesday, so we might be playing some Apex or something like that with friends, but basically we're just going to be chilling and taking a little mental vacation. This is a different version of the deck. This is an alternate version that primarily uses no blue so that we can get a more consistent draw. I have generally found that the primal draw aspect of the deck has felt like the weakest and most inconsistent part, so getting it down to 3 colors so that we can consistently play stuff has been pretty good. We get to use Bartholo's Keepsake a little bit more consistently, which is great for hitting Fire Sale and Partnership Agreement. We get to run Savior of the Meek as a stall-out mechanism to set up martial efficiency. We have From Beyond to sort of just discard extra cards, and apart from that, the deck is largely unchanged. It uses most of the same stuff, Stonescar Painting instead of Film Painting, and we're just a little bit more consistent on hitting those Cylixes, getting the card draw that we want. So yeah, I like this version quite a bit. I think there is a meta version of this combo deck out there, and this might end up being close to the list that we want. I'm currently using still Cabal Strongarm, and I'm not sure how well that's gonna fare, but I am enjoying it with From the Heavens, any type of Wrath of God effect with the Sil Cabal Strongarm gets you like the lifesteal guy back, which is nice. And Savior of the Meek also is a nice little lifesteal play thing that you can play off of Partnership or Fire Sale. So everything kind of, it has that nice internal synergy. We are back on tomorrow on Thursday. Thank you all for your support of the stream and your support of the YouTube, and all of your support on Patreon as well. It's been really amazing doing this for 10 sets now, I think, and we are just like absolutely ecstatic to have done this much damage in this short a period of time. So this is day 2. We found a 4 million damage turn 4 combo. I'm feeling pretty accomplished. You can actually get it up higher than 4 million, by the way. If we had in the previous hand, if we had an extra martial efficiency instead of the primal card, then we would have gotten up to 2 to the 40th, which is a number that is so large it is actually somewhat difficult to express in language. So it's pretty ridiculous nonsense. Of course, it all rounds down to 999, but very fun, ridiculous game-breaking combos. As always, enjoy Eternal, and I'll see you all next time on Eternal Brews. Cheers.